13 on Your Side Weather Deck is sponsored by Montel Construction, your home team.
So right now, it looks like fall inside my house because I finally decorated, but outside, it certainly still feels like summer.
You know, our flowers are they're just blooming still. They look so pretty out there, Colton, and it's going to stay that way this week.
Yeah, it'll be a very pretty evening all across the area, Julia and Elena, and a pretty week as well, although feeling more like July rather than September, as highs continue to stay at least in the mid to even upper 80s at times, which is where we should be for July, definitely not for mid-September. That's why your 13 weather ball heading into our Tuesday is also green. No change for seeing our numbers. We will still be in the mid to even upper 80s for a few of us across the area. This view brought to you by West Shore Home. Highs today were well into the 80s. Usually this time of year we're at 74 degrees for our average high temperature, but we were 10 degrees warmer than that here in Grand Rapids. We ended up hitting 84, and even along the lakeshore today it was pretty warm thanks to an easterly wind keeping the lakeshore on the warm side. But even though today was a very warm day across the area, we were still well below our record for the day of 97 degrees set back in 1939. Grand Haven right now very quiet, at least waves are very low across the area, looking like glass along the lakeshore because of that very light easterly wind. Water temperatures right now well into the 60s, so it's actually not a bad beach day, and thankfully that will continue throughout the rest of this week. This is the beach forecast for our Tuesday. Lots of sunshine. Notice the very light onshore wind at about 5 miles per hour, keeping the waves very calm as well. Most waves along the lakeshore will be less than a foot throughout not only tomorrow, but pretty much the rest of the week. Current temperatures, it is warm area-wide, generally warmer along the lakeshore because of that easterly flow. 84 in both Muskegon and Holland, and even South Haven. A little bit cooler though off to the north of Ludington. You're in the upper 70s and still warm away from Lake Michigan, sitting at 83 still here in Grand Rapids. Temperatures tonight through this evening generally staying in the 70s through well past sunset tonight. We'll be generally cooling down into the upper 50s by daybreak tomorrow, and yet again rinse and repeat for our Tuesday with highs climbing well into the 80s throughout the afternoon hours, at least getting into the low to mid 80s. Dew points also, unlike most of the summer, they have been pretty warm or very humid, but thankfully dew points today are very comfortable across the area, mostly in the 50s, so this is very tolerable for this time of year, and that will thankfully continue through the rest of this work week. Dew points generally staying in the 50s. They won't really climb into the humid category, most likely until Sunday and Monday of next week, and that also corresponds with our best chance of rain over the next several days. Satellite and radar right now shows really nothing in the Great Lakes region thanks to high pressure just off to our northeast, bringing in that easterly flow, and that's allowing for the lakeshore to be on the warm side. Any cloud cover and rain that you're seeing in Wisconsin is moving due north, so we will likely not see any of that over the next coming days. Right now we're just enjoying plenty of sunshine besides a few fair weather cumulus clouds up toward Big Rapids. Hour by hour shows will stay clear overnight tonight besides a few areas of fog likely developing northeast of Grand Rapids. Most of us will just see clear skies overnight tonight though. Heading into Tuesday afternoon, we'll see a few clouds, but similar to today, mostly sunny skies will stick around. Over the next 3 days, gorgeous weather, very pleasant. Notice the lows will be very cool in the 50s still, so no humidity to contend with over the next few days. By the time we get to Thursday though, highs likely warming well into the 80s. That will likely be our warmest day overall though over the next several days because temperatures will likely cool down by the time we get to Friday, and thankfully next week will feel a little bit more like September, most likely in the 70s rather than well into the 80s like we're seeing this week. Overnight tonight, generally in the 50s along the lakeshore, also in the low 50s off to the north. We could see a few areas of fog near US 10, but I think most of us will avoid any fog potential overnight. In Grand Rapids to the south, clear skies and temperatures in the mid 50s. 13 hour side Sunday forecast shows over the next few days through the rest of this work week at least will be very summer-like, feeling more like July rather than September with mostly sunny skies, highs well into the 80s. Thankfully though, no humidity is expected, and similar to this past weekend, Julia and Elena, the only rain chance we have is on Sunday, but that, like we saw this past weekend, is not going to be a washout.
We'll keep an eye on it. Hopefully get a little bit of rain though, Colton.
For sure, it would be needed.
All right, thank you.